Good evening, everyone. Megasip here. Welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we have a lot we're going to be doing. I'll get back to my base building at another time. But we're now at the point we're at the point where I probably should start working on completing Phase 3. And so we have to make adaptive control units and modular engines. Now, the modular engines I'm not terribly worried about. The only thing that we need to be able to make right now is the smart plates, which I have technically at the starter base, but it's not making them at the moment because I sort of shifted some of the production over there. So we're going to find a new spot to build the smart plates. Motors, I have a whole container full of them right now, so that's good. And then of course we already have a rubber factory, so I'm not too worried about that. Adaptive unit controls, you can see we have that automated wiring thing, which I just restarted the production for that. So I'll be getting that situated. We need circuit boards, which I have some alternate recipes there that we'll figure out what to do with. Heavy modular frames, which right now we only make one kind. Hopefully we can find an alternate recipe so I don't have to do screws. And then computers, which we'll end up setting up a production for that. So we're going to end up setting up something for this. Heavy modular frames, they require pipes and encased industrial beams. So today, we need to establish a new steel factory that's over here and not way the hell over there. So the screenshot was over there. By screenshot, I mean the picture for today's live stream is right over there by that Caterium factory. Now we need the Caterium for a few things, right? Circuit boards. The circuit boards involve Caterium at some point. So yeah, lots to do. So I'm keeping this manufacturer over here just so I can kind of look at things. Yeah, so we today I want to try to focus on getting these adapter control units because we need 2,500 of them. So I want to get to the point where I can make, I need to make components so that way I can make those. So now before I get too far, heavy modular frames. I don't think I have an alternate recipe for it, but I do have a bunch of hard drives that I haven't flipped over yet. There is an alternate recipe for the automated wiring, which is a stator, a wire, and a high-speed connector. I don't really know how good that is, considering that it's made with stators and wire. So, I mean, it does make more, but I don't know if we need that right now. Molded steel pipes, steel ingots, concrete, steel pipes. Yeah, I don't know about that one either. But here we have Caterium computers, which means rubber, circuit boards, and quick wires, so we can eliminate screws. We don't have screws for computers, do we? No, so we would be substituting cables for quick wire and plastic for rubber. But there is this one, circuit boards. So rubber and petroleum coke, which I am making both of those in my other factory. So I might end up using that one specifically for making circuit boards because I need those. So yeah, so that's that one. That's good. There's the crystal computer, but I don't know if that would be worth it at the moment either. Let's see. Stators, copper rotors, smart plating. I mean, we do need to make smart plating, but this substitutes, well, it adds to it really. 2 per minute to 5 per minute, so it makes more. But then you add plastic, and I don't want to don't necessarily want to do that, so... Yeah, so we can find one in here that we can probably get rid of. I don't know, maybe this one? I can rescan it and see if I can get a better heavy modular frame. What do you guys think? You think I should try a rescan? Let me know. In the meantime, I do need to work on getting that steel factory over there started. So let's go ahead and head over there real quick. And let's get situated. Now, once I'm ready to start making those bigger parts, I probably will have a road system set up specifically just to kind of get to wherever that factory's going to be, because I'm going to deliver parts to the factory as opposed to, you know, trying to build everything over there. Some of the stuff will be built over there, but not everything. Wherever that's going to be, which I haven't decided yet. All right, so I have Caterium over here. So I have plenty of Caterium. And again, we have a copper over there that we can bring over. So I'm not too worried about that. But we have this pure node right here. We have a pure node over here. And there is a... there's another iron one over here somewhere. I think right there. So let's get these little oh, I don't have any space. I'm completely full right now, so let me empty some shit out of my what do we want to remove right now? Maybe just this stuff, because I don't really need it over here. Okay. So I hope everybody had a good week so far. Mine is busy as usual. Man, that one took a little bit, didn't it? 95 or whatever out of that. Don't need any of it. We got this pure node right here. Okay, now I'm going to go up here for a second because this is kind of where we're going to be building it, is like right in here. Just to try to give some perspective here. Since I switched to this fuel type, I can go way higher than I normally do. Week is going good so far? Right on, right on. Okay, we got a nice little pathway up here. This could come in handy later. Alright, so we want to take advantage of the pathway. So we're going to be building over here, I think. There's a lot of travel way right here. Now, this is where this particular one is, but that's not where we're going to be building. I'm going to try to leave a little bit of room in here. So, I mean, that thing is like right there. So I have to pick a direction of where those are going to be flowing into. I'll put the same thing in. We might send both of them up. Maybe right there, I think. Maybe right up here. All right, let's production. These are all smelters. Miner Mark II. All right. So before I do that, damn it, I need the miners. Hold on, actually, do I have a thing over here for that? Right here. Oh, no. No. Damn it. Do that. On good. All right. Right on, right on. Okay. Just throwing all this out. Here. Now we got the miners. Anyway. So yeah, so got lots of building to do. We're gonna be using Mark IIs for sure. I'm gonna build this in place, then I'm gonna put that in, and then I'm gonna take it back out and put it back down. If that makes any sense at all. Probably like that. Take this out. Put it back in, just like that. Now we're going to send these pretty much up to the same space, so... But yeah, since I switched to this other fuel that I'm using now, the green stuff, the packaged liquid biofuel, I can jump much higher than I used to. Oh. Now the beauty of this is I've already got power over here. And what we'll do is we'll just take that and we'll just drop it right here in the center. There. So when we're ready to hook those up to power, we will be good. Okay. Just thinking out loud for a second here. Okay. So we would need one of these right here, wouldn't we? Okay. 3 pillars tall, that should be good enough, right? Now, what we need is foundations. 2 millimeters should be good. Can't see what I'm doing. Howdy doody. Now this one is not going to be the end, so we'll make it in like that. Looks good. We're going to zoop it. See how far over we want to go. Let's go one more. Then we want to do that, then like that. Okay. So this will sort of be the base of the platform here. Let's go on up. So what I can do is I'm probably gonna like use a floor hole and come up from the bottom maybe. This time. A little different than what I've done before. Let's just go 4 over for right now. I'm gonna have to cut these trees down. Remember, I want to keep that free, so we can go at least 3 more over. That'll be right. Yeah, that'll be fine. And we'll just take it all the way out. Now, I'm pretty sure my truck can still drive underneath. That's what I'm hoping for. So, Clace, do I sound better since the last time you were here? I did make some audio adjustments. Go cut these 2 trees. I think I can cut them from here. Perfect. Okay. And we're going to take this. There. All right, so I'm going to go back down now. And we're looking at trying to have them come in right here, so could probably do 2 floor holes, like right there, maybe. That one. Probably right on the... So let's see. Logistics. So conveyor floor holes. Right, like that. Now we can have these, so we should talk about how fast we're going to be running these. So they're pure nodes, so they run at 240, but we're running them harder than that. So I'm going to do over here what I did in the other one. So let me get some math worked out in my head here. So the idea is we need to do, obviously we're going to do foundries, right? Foundries. the thing is, we're going to be smelting first, because the alternate recipe allows us to do that. Now, it's 30 for 30, so 30 out, 30 in, 30 out, but we need 40, so it's going to be overclocked, so 40 in, 40 out. So if we look at this the way it is, and let's say I double it to 480, okay? So 480, so if I say 480 divided by 40 means I need 12 smelters. So that's what we're going to do. I need 12 smelters. So this will get overclocked to 480. Now, the good news is I have 480 belts. They're called beams. So if we look at the logistics, actually no, I'm sorry, they're the encased industrial beams at 480. So we can bring it as far down as here. Going up. And we'll run one going over. And then we should just be able to go from here to here. Boom. Now, this one, on the other hand, is going to be also running 480, right? Because we're going to have, think about this for a minute. Let me go upstairs for a second. We need to cut this tree down anyway. Okay, so if I just sit down a foundry, okay, we're just going to set this down for a second. If I do the alternate recipe, right, like I said, it's 40 for 40. So that would, what, mean I need 12 of these too? Right? Because 12 of the... Boy, that's a lot. That is a lot of steel, which is great because, you know, we need it. Man, it's a lot. Okay. So 40 in, 40 in, we get 60 out steel ingots. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to need 12 foundries. That's going to be fun. Because when we look at, like I said, when we look at the smelters, that's these, okay? Right now they make 30, like I said, so these are the only things that are going to get overclocked. The other ones aren't. So I would take it up to 40. So that's why I said it'll be 40 in, 40 out. So I need 12 of these. I don't think I made a blueprint for this, did I? I did. I made one for 6. So I already have iron ones made. Like that. So I can make a split set of 6 right off the bat. What do you know? So we do have a little bit of something going there. All right, so this is the one that's coming in. Of course, that is the one going to for coal. All right. So I want to take... So let's go ahead and do this. So I'm going to do the iron one. So you can see it comes in. And we're going to create some space. So it's not going to be quite this over. So I want to make sure I have plenty of room. We're going to try to do a little bit of balancing this time. One second. Okay. Sorry about that. I had to turn something off. Anyway. So we'll leave ourselves some room over here on this side. Again, we feed in and it feeds out. So what it'll do is it'll come out in the center on both of those as well. I need to make sure that I can split this. So let's just make sure I got plenty of space. Okay. So that one has to come out. So logistics wise, it's going to come up like this. And from there, I'm going to stand on top of this. From there, we need to split it right here. So we're going to split just like that. And so from here, it comes in and goes out in 480. Now 480, that's 240, right? Well, we have the right stuff for that. So knowing that, we need to kind of conveniently go down this way. Till I get to the other splitter here. Okay, so from here we use Mark III belts. All right, now the one thing I haven't done in here is I have to overclock all these because they're not overclocked right now. They are 30 for 30. So we're gonna overclock these. Everything is still even. I only have 6 here, so. And we acknowledged I needed 12, so I just need to have a whole nother set of these. Bam, just like that. All right, so that means what, 40 times 3 is 120, so they're coming out. So these are going in with Mark IV belts right off the bat. So everything's running at its fastest. Here, these are coming out in Mark II belts, which is 120. So yeah, we're good. So what I need to do now is just distribute that up. So we'll still use the Mark III belts. I wish it would have told me exactly where it is, so playing too much guesswork. Close enough. All right, so that set is done. Now what'll happen is this set will come up and over the top, and it'll have all kinds of room here. Or we'll take it and run it down that way. So I'm not too worried about that half of it. Granted, I didn't really have to go over quite that far. So I could just take the other one and put it right here. Technically. So let's see. Put it right here. What am I low on? I'm low on cables. Okay. I gotta go make some cables. That's why I keep one of these over here, just in case. Should have plenty of cables that can be made. At any rate, while we're here, if you guys like what you're seeing so far, don't forget to hit that like button if you're on YouTube. And subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're on the Twitch side, well, you can always follow. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, starting 8 o'clock Central Time. Just trying to jump on this. There we go. Let's just kind of pull this in line with that one. Go like that. The way this is positioned is not going to go well like this. Yeah, I probably should have took that one and put it right here. But I was also thinking about this, but I guess this really doesn't matter because I can go along the edge like that. So, but we're going to end up going through the center. It's fine. Let's just move it down here. If I decide I want to keep it even Steven here, it would be what, 1, 2 blocks over. So probably somewhere right about there. Damn it. Hit the wrong button. Anyway. Yeah, we're on the leading edge of this, so it's probably okay. Way. Just like before. Mark 3 belt straight into there. Straight into there. And then we take the logistics. And there. Okay, so we have our iron now. We have 12. And, you know, there's no hard and fast rule. We could just create another level, right? Go up higher. Keep it in a building. Sound like a plan? Put my other pillars in while I'm still thinking about it here. think going with that ought to work. Haven't really been doing too many 2-level designs at all, so why not start on this one? Right? Because most of the builds I've been doing on this playthrough have all been on the same level, so might as well. This one's a little bit awkward. Oh. It won't run on... Oh, I guess it won't run on packaged biofuel. Oh well. We'll just blow it up. Actually, you know what? We can... There we go. Yeah, that works. Okay. So now we get to go up another level. Still think we can drive through here. We'll have to cut a lot of this. Of course, I'm going to be putting in real roads, so... Stuff-a-go boom! Yes, sir. Stuff-a-go boom. Boom, boom. Stuff-a-go boom, boom. So we have the small concrete pillars here. We're using the bigger ones right now. Now, the way I'm going to do this is not with those, though. In previous builds, I've actually used walls as pillars because it allows me to pass stuff in. But you know what? Now that I think about it, we can do that right here in the center and just pass everything up to the center. So I think we'll just go with the pillars. Keep it the consistent. Look at that. That right off the bat, huh? Is that tall enough? That appears to be tall enough. How many did we do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we do 5 here too. Nothing like having plenty of room to do what you need to do, right? Yeah, right on the first try. Okay. All right. that was the end right there. Okay. Boom, bitty, boom, boom. All right. Now, let's see. So, yeah, we went 10, so it's 11. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So that is the center this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's no real odd number here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So technically the center is like right at the seam. So not quite where I wanted it to be, but you notice it just happens to be right in line with where we're going to go. So convenience. Convenience. So just so we can kind of get a little bit going here. Let's see. I'm going to put in a handful of walls. I'm going to do metal ones just because I'll change the texture later, I suppose. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to put... just going to put the 3 in right now. And here we're going to bring them down. So I'm going to make it concrete on this side, since that's what we're working with. So that is where it's coming in from. We're going to go up and over. So we'll put that one like there. And it's kind of along the lines of right here. So the only one that would fit right would technically be that one. Now I could just do this and turn around and put in my own wall right there. Now, looks about right. Now, Mark 4. It's going to go up like that. I want to say that's even, but I don't know. It's hard to say. Yeah, got it. Sweet. So, see, it's flowing perfectly the right direction. So we can bring this one like that. A little too tall. Little too tall. maybe about that high. And we just bam, run that right over. So there. So now we have coal, iron, 2 levels. Good there. We have this running in. So technically I can take this out. And what I'll do is I'll just put these all the way up for now. I suppose we'll put concrete ones in instead of those metal ones, since I'm doing concrete for the rest. So just take these out, put the concrete ones in. All right, so it's going to come in right there, and it's from there that we can decide how this is going to get distributed, right? So, yeah. This is where the fun begins, as they say. So I'm going to leave it conveniently like that, because this way I'll be able to drop down. We'll also move the power from down there up here, probably through the same shaft. But I need to place 12 of those refineries. Or foundries, I'm sorry. So I need 12 of these. Make sure I have enough materials. I need a lot of modular frames, so I'm going to have to go get some. I might have some in my truck. So let me go down into my truck and see. I tend to hoard a lot of things, so I might have some in here. And I don't. No, I have 34. I have a whopping 34. Okay, so we'll need to go get some more. And I know just where to get them. Now, I also need to see if I can find some... actually, you know, I might have some over here. I need to be able to make concrete over here. I don't technically need to, but it'll just be easier to do it. Otherwise, I'll have to go up to my main concrete factory and get it and bring it down, which I'm not currently set up for deliveries yet. To make the encased industrial beams. But I might actually have a thing over there for that, so we'll see. So I haven't moved everything over to the new base yet. I'll probably do that over the weekend or something. I gotta go over there and get it from over here. And what do we got? There we go. I'll have a more dedicated factory to make that stuff. It's on my to-do list. That's just my more convenient way of getting it quickly. All right. But yeah, you can see the base is coming along over here. I'm not going to go in there yet, but the 5x5 Mark designer is done. I'm just going to go to the top of this hill without going all the way in. Just to kind of show you a little bit. So you can see the 5x5 designer building is completely done now. I got lights in it and everything. And I have the 4x4 sitting next to it, and I'm slowly building it up. Yep, we're making progress over there. It's gonna look pretty good when I'm done with it, I think. But I'll be able to start working on the railway designs with the 5x5. I think it'll actually just make it better because I want to add some structure and stuff in there with certain design styles that I've been finding. That's a little bit better than my sort of like ultra, not a lot of time into it rail that I was playing around with. We got to get this factory started. Definitely gonna need a lot of pipes made for various things. So, just why we're overclocking the production. And I do have an iron node right over here. It's normal. So if I have to bring any, I mean, I have a copper node, I believe, right over here. Either right over there or right over here that I can access. But I need to find a concrete, or what they call it, limestone. Let's see if there's a limestone node nearby. 275. There's one like right over there. So if there's one over here, then I should be able to maybe send some of that over here to make the encased industrial beams. Oh, I forgot to put the pillar in over on this side. My bad. I thought I put that in. Let's get that put in real quick. Okay. All right. Oh, in fact, I'm going to be using the same shaft to send all of the iron up from both sides. It's going to go up the same thing. Possibly. I might have to put another pillar right next to it and send all of the iron up in a separate one. Because I'm going to join those two together and join those two together. Because we're talking, what, 240, 240 coming over there. So another 480 going upstairs. Technically, I can join them all together. But worry about that when the time comes. I want to get this started up here. All right, so like I said, I need 12 of these, and I didn't do a blueprint of these yet, so 12 foundries. So they don't take up a huge amount of space, not really. But man, they do take up quite a bit. So we have this, let's see. I want to try to load balance this as best I can. I'm not sure how that'll work out, but all right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't quite have enough for a 6th one. I would if I move this over. If I move that over, I'll have room. Kind of working a little bit tight here. All right, so let's just get that in place. So 40, 40, 40. 1, Oof. Talk about barely having space. Okay. This is going to be an interesting one. Try to make sure I can split this. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. I'm thinking to myself here. Maybe I shouldn't position him this way. How much room do I have going that way? Really have that much room going this way either. All right, let me just try something else here. Trying to think of it from the aspect of this is going to come in and I'm probably going to send it right off of this like space right here. So let me just put a wall. I'm putting this as if this is where I want to send it out of, so that way I can visually see how that's going to play out. Okay. It could actually be at one above this, but you know, this is the center line. Thinking of it like that. So maybe we do it this way. Got to be a little closer. All right. So it probably would be more like double, right? One would be doing the low and one would be doing the high. But it's doable. First, we'd want to be able to do the same thing over here. So basically, when this comes up, I need to be able to split it somewhere. So that way they both go out correctly. If that makes any sense at all. Okay. So yeah, we're probably going to have to... I'm probably not going to be able to bring the iron up here. I'm going to have to bring it up another way. But still feed it in right here. I don't know. If I bring this up, let's see. If I bring it up. Oh, sorry, my nose is. Let's say I bring it up to the top one. Okay. Let's say I do it like that. Now. There is this ability to split on the head like that. Which is kind of a cool concept, but you can see that that does not completely line up. So I think I need to try this, but make sure I get the right. Maybe I might have to take it down and put it in the center instead of putting it over on the side. Let's see if turning it this way helps. Now put in the splitter. And this is just a proof of concept for a second here. Keyboard not working? That doesn't work. Yeah, I think we're going to have to take that one down the center. As much as I want to take it on the side there, I think we're going to have to take it in the center. Which means we can just go with the center wall thing. Damn, my number keys are not working right today. Great, my keyboard's acting weird. That's not good. I did spill a little bit of water on it the other day, but not there. No, they're working. It's just the game's being weird. Yeah, just the game being weird. Okay. Yeah, not that much of a change. That should help, I think. Hopefully, that helps. Let's go to that one. Let's see. Okay, now put a splitter in. And now oh, come on. Why don't you work? Dang it. I messed that up. Well, let's just look at this from well, if I put it in there that way, again, I don't know if this really makes a difference or not. Yeah, it doesn't. All right, well. Okay, so take these out. And we're going to have to put it in here and here. And these just get regular walls. Regular walls. Now, we still want to distribute down the centers, so how do we fix that? Well, here's the center. We go one center, so we go 1, 2. That. Two. Now, can I attach this to the wall here? No, but we can do that. Send it up. Send it over. This stupid keys aren't working today. And then they equally distribute from here. I went too high on that. Should have came down lower. So lower it down. See if that's good enough. There we go. Yep, that was too high as well. Lower it down. Then we take the Mark III belt and run it like that. So we run these in the top. We'll run the iron one on the smaller end. At least that's sort of the thought process, right? So I guess it's a matter of which one of these gets which one. So I'll do this side will get coal, this side will get iron. So we'll start off with the splitter. Make sure it's going to the correct one. And we go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think that'll work. So what we can do here, because these things feed in at 40, so it's not terrible that we can do Mark 1s because they don't need to load that fast. I've got plenty of sheets, so I'm not going to run out of sheets. So we'll do that. And we'll do that. So that'll kind of give me a good handle on the splitter here. See, hopefully this works. come back in. Excuse me. Now we come back in. And it should tap right into it to where we don't have to redo it. And the way that works now is now we say, oh, now it works. Why won't that fit? Invalid shape my ass. Oh, damn it. How is that not an invalid shape? Alright, so that means I gotta move this back that way a little bit. Apparently it doesn't like that. Okay, that's awkward because come on. You should be able to do a normal turn there. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. So now we got that. Now we just have to go all the way down the line and keep doing it. So we're here. We're there. That in. This out. This in. Out. And now we can take the line and just, we'll keep running a Mark III belt as we go down through. See that? Equal distribution. Easy peasy. Right? Easy peasy. These out. Pop it back in. There. So now we have those set. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and go back downstairs real quick, and we'll get the iron brought upstairs, and then we'll do the iron set. And then we just have to mirror the whole thing on this side with what we're doing here. All right, so it's really awkward. How is it that? Oh, it's probably because that's the way we put it in. There, that's better. Now, that one went up through that, so yeah, we'll put it through here. And put in a center there. Now, hopefully there won't be any issues getting that set up. Because we're more or less doing a very similar thing, but we're connecting to the lower end there. Well, we got to get it there first. And we're going to, I guess, take it down and raise it up. So let's get a merger in here. Merger. And I'm going to have it come out this way because I'm going to raise it up and go back down. So that's why. Let's go right there. And then we'll take the Mark IV. And then we can run it from here to here. Okay, now we just have to get these two joined and those two joined and bring them in here. So that way. That. This is, we can do it with that one. There. Close enough. And we'll run there. All right. All right. Get our Mark III. There we go. All the output is set. Oh. Now, we didn't actually make the change to these yet, so let me go ahead and do that now. We need 40 for 40. Back upstairs. Alright, so this is all set now. So now we just need to go up here and connect it. Oh, I was so close. Jumped the gun a little bit on that one. Bang, boom. There we go. So we close this side up. I'll leave this open in case I need to verify everything is good. Now, just like that one, we gotta split it. Try to get these close to each other. Looks like it's like spot on, so. Go. Okay. Actually, no, we do need this one in place. can... I guess put that like that, just so we have something to pull off of here. And this one actually has to be moved. So let's go ahead and move it. There. Okay. So now we just have to set all the splitters in place. Okay. Oh shit. I hate it when that happens. Got a little too close for comfort there. I think that's right. So just kind of weave in and out of here. All right, so we'll just use regular conveyors on this side. Okay, so done. So one side down, one side to go. So we'll have a nice set of steel ingots coming out. So 180 on this side, 180 on that side. Now we just got to do the same thing over here. So again, we just conveniently do these. Granted, that's not where it's going to be. Started one block over, right there. Started right on the line. Great. There we go. Very nice. You've been making a lot of steel over here off just this one deal. A whole lot of. All right. Same as before. When I did these, I did the mark ones, right? Mark ones. So we have mark ones here. Now, they're already set to the steel ingot, because I copied it from one of those over there. Okay, so first things first, as they say. We need that center right there. So this one's a little bit different because I think I'm a little more spread out than I was on that side. So on this side, I was a little bit tighter on the inside here, I think. See how that's on this side of the line? Yeah, these are actually distributed a little bit better. So, guess I didn't quite think about it. Almost makes me want to fix it. This is kind of what I was expecting it to be. What do you guys think? You think I should fix it to where it matches this one? Or you think I should just leave it? All right. Yeah, these definitely are not in the... I don't know, they act like they're in the same exact spot though. It's weird how it just looks a little more even on the other on that other side. Maybe it's just a perception thing, I don't know. I mean, it is a little bit farther over than this one. It's a little tighter. I don't know. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to worry about it. As long as they're producing, that's all that matters, really. Alright, everything's in place. I mean, granted, I don't have any wiring yet. You know, there's no power anywhere. But at least now we have a pretty good amount. We have, 60 coming out of each of these, right? Now, if we look at the productions for pipes... Pipes take in half. Now, I don't want to have to overclock everything just to make it even. So, just looking at it at the perspective of it takes... each one of these is 2 of those. So, that's 6 for these, 6 for those, and so on and so on. Now, if we look at beams... If we look at beams, they take an even 60, so there is an advantage there. Is that we can definitely make... Some of these are going to be made into beams. Now, The reinforced iron, or reinforced, the, we have the pipe encased industrial beam, right? So I can take them with pipes also, or I can take them with beams. So the beams make 6. These make 4. So it makes less, but it allows me to not have to necessarily use beams. But I mean, I have a ton here, so it's not like we can't make. It's not like we can't make some of this. I probably would rather use the beam recipe anyway, because it does make more. But we have to bring concrete over for that. Now, the other recipe we got. So, let's see. We don't need the versatile frameworks because they're already being made. And stators, I have plenty of stators already being made. I'm not too worried about those. I don't think we need any steel rotors right now. Modular frames, yeah, I need to get a better one of those. So just thinking out loud here on what I can, what else I can make here. So we can make encased industrial beams for sure. But right now I have enough to make what, 240, right? This spits out 60. So, what, 180? So 180 times 4. So right now I make 720 steel beams a minute. It's quite a bit. All right. Like I said, there is a concrete node. I believe it's over there that we could bring over here. I have concrete already made in large, substantial quantities over there that I could truck down and bring over. So there is that. I have that option. But again, I don't have the I don't have the road system set up yet for that, so it would take a little bit of time to get that over here. Not impossible. Just again, thinking out loud here. But we have plenty of the ability to make more than enough materials that we can make here for steel. We just need to decide what next. I can go up another level and give me another platform, send half of this up there to make steel pipes. So again, we're going to need steel pipes. It's part of our it's part of the build out, right? So who's texting me right now? At any rate, so we talked about, or I talked about the things that I can make, right? So we need encased industrial beams. We need to be able to make modular. Definitely have to be able to make modular frames, which I don't make here. I got to make encased industrial beams. So we have two different ways. We can do it with pipes. Said we can do it with this. It takes 24 pipes. 20 concrete makes 4 of these. We could do it that way. Probably going to do the beam one because I think it's still more efficient. We'll have to play around with the overclocks or whatever to get the right ratios, if you will. So I'm not too worried about this one. We definitely need a bunch of it, though. I have to make circuit boards, which none of this stuff requires. Is required for that. Got plenty of motors. I'll probably need to make more, but I have an entire storage container full of motors, which might be enough to make what we have to make. I don't think this will fit. I don't have enough wiring. I'll have to go back and look at that manufacturing again. Let's go back over there. Let's look at the manufacturer. Let's see what other things that I might need to use the steel to make. So that way, you know, I want to make sure I'm utilizing all of the necessary items, if you will. So if I need to bring this node in for copper or something, I can do that, or bring in the other node over there. I'm just going to go back over here for a minute. So I've already got a manufacturer sitting there. All right, so heavy modular frames, that's the one thing that we need to be able to make, and those need steel pipes. Those need encased industrial beams. So I definitely have to have some steel pipes in a storage, encased industrial beams. So yeah, we have more than enough to make those. Computers, we don't need any of that for that. We don't need any for that. So heavy modular frames is like the big thing that we need to be able to make. And they don't really make too many at a time. So we're going to need a lot. So yeah, we're probably going to have to run three or four manufacturers. Let's say 4, which means if I need 40 per minute, I need 160 steel pipes per minute, which, you know, we can... I think we can accommodate that. Now, I talked about trying to maybe re-roll some of these. I don't have any extra hard drives on me, I don't think I have any extra hard drives on me. I think I've already turned them all in, per se. Yeah. So I might pick a couple of these and try a rescan and see if I can get lucky on a heavy modular frame. You know, we're about 15 minutes before the end of the stream here. So the screw recipes, I kind of don't want to pick these yet, but I don't want to rescan those because if I have to use screws, I'm going to use one of these for that. This one, fine concrete. I have the wet concrete. I make so much concrete now in another factory. It's ridiculous. The alternate plastic smart plating. The normal recipe already uses a 1-to-1 iron plate to rotor. So I don't see the benefit of adding plastic for that. So I think this is one I'm going to try a rescan on. So let's cross our fingers and hopefully we get lucky. Ooh, look at that. Heavy encased frames. Look at that. Concrete, steel pipes, encased industrial beam, and modular frames. No screws required. Look at that. We got it on the first try. So instead of screws, we use concrete. I think I can handle that. I think I can handle concrete brought in place of screws. And it makes almost 3 per minute. And yeah, so it's an even faster recipe. So I think we did it. We did it right off the bat. Bam. I'm going to keep it. Look at that. We got lucky. We got lucky. I still like the idea of the electrode circuit board, and I might end up taking that one because I already produce both of those in one factory, and I can add an extension to make circuit boards. Oh, that would be glorious. All right, so let's go look at it. So we now have a recipe that we need for heavy modular frames. That's like the big one that we need to make. So instead of doing 120, 240 screws a minute, we now have to bring in concrete. So this makes almost 3, right? Let me just pop in one of these. Let's say I want to make 3 per minute instead of that weird number. That means 22 concrete, 36 steel pipes, 10 encased industrial beams, and 8 modular frames. Look at that. That is beautiful. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Okay, so modular frames. Let's look at the modular frames for a second. I believe we make these inside of here. And right now I have just this regular one that takes reinforced iron plates and iron rods. I have a crap ton of reinforced iron plates right now. Basically, my starter base could make these. Everything's already there. So instead of making the smart plating, I could have it make this. Now, right now, it's making fac loads of screws out of my iron rods. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind finding an alternative for modular frames. I might even have one over here, and I just didn't take it. So, let's check real quick and see if there is an alternative to those. I don't see one. Yeah, I don't really see one. All right, man. Have a good night. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, I don't see one. Now this is an adhered iron plate. It's made with rubber. I have a better recipe, so I'm not even going to use it. Basic iron ingot. I don't need it. So I'm going to rescan this, and let's see if I can get a regular modular frame alternate recipe. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. What do we get? An automated miner alternative and insulated cables. Neither of which I want, so it happens. Okay, because right now I'm pretty sure I don't have any other way of making these, right? It's just that one. Yeah, it kind of sucks a little bit, but we can do all of that. So we can make all of this. We can make all of this with one node. Right, so reinforced iron plates, I have the stitched one, which can be made out of wire and iron plates. Right, so all of this can be made out of iron. One pure node could probably handle an entire factory of just making these. Like I said, I have a bunch of them at the starter factory, so what I might do is set something up over there and just go ahead and have it, figure out how to get it over here, right? Like I said, I don't have roads in place yet, so we've done it before with, you know, bringing things or whatever. I'll figure something out with that, I think. Yeah, I have a the normal size storage container. A normal storage container. I have it completely full of those reinforced iron plates right now. Over there. Alright, so heavy modular frames. These two things I'm working on the factory for now. I need to get concrete over. We can just have it brought over from the concrete factory. Probably have these made and brought over. Now I am technically making them over there, but they're being used in making the frameworks right now. They're being used to make these, so I can't really do anything with those right now. So yeah, I might let's go back over here. I gotta get I gotta get concrete over there. I've got to get yeah, so I got to get concrete over there for the encased industrial beams. So that I'll get that situated either by truck stop, or maybe I'll I don't want to put a temporary rail in there. I just have to go back and forth. I'd rather just do it with trucks like this. So I might just have a truck bring over a load, and then because one load will last a while. Now, I'm pretty sure I have some other iron nodes over here, so not just the one over here. Right? So we've got that iron node. I might be able to make the modular frames and just have them sent over. Pretty sure I'm making them, or I'm pretty sure I've got more iron over here. I usually do. So, let's go up here for a second. Because iron is everywhere, so not that big of a stretch to find, you know, another iron node over here somewhere. But I can just make the modular frames, send them over. Oh yeah, here's another coal node right there. Another coal node. Okay, here is a concrete one right here. If I want to, ooh, hello. So there's two limestone pure nodes over here. I still might have it trucked over. Anyway, because I'm already producing a bunch and I don't need to necessarily use those. Look at this big boy. Hey, big boy. things. Anyway. There should be, well, yeah, there's a concrete node right there, so. There's a concrete node there, if I didn't want to send it. I believe there might be iron nodes over there. Alright, let's just kind of go over here and look real quick. Just taking a quick peek. There's usually so much stuff everywhere. It's very rare that I find like just a bunch of open land and there just ain't nothing here. That's what I'm seeing. A lot of open land and nothing here. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Like I said, we'll figure it out, right? So we got Caterium right there. We've got steel over here. I mean, I guess I could use that normal node over here, right? I guess I'll just use this one. I can overclock it. Actually, no, I think a Mark II miner on that would probably be enough to make everything I need, and then I can because all I need to do is make modular frames. So I don't know where the I don't know where we're going to be putting the heavy modular frame building. Because we can put it over here. Right? We can conveniently build it like halfway between it. So like that's there, and you know, we can build it over here. And then just send it over. So shouldn't be too bad. I'll get it figured out, but that's probably what I'll work on. I need to finish working on this. So I guess the question I need to ask myself is, do I want to truck it over, or do I just want to send concrete over here? I don't have a problem trucking it over. I just don't have any roads set up right now. And I don't want to go down that crazy pathway just to get over here, so I'll have to figure that one out. I mean, technically I could put in a railway and train it over here, but I don't need it that fast, if that makes sense at all. I mean, I suppose I do. But I don't want to put it in and have to take it back out. So with the roads, at least I can kind of have a general purpose road set up, and then, you know, where I know I'm going to go other directions, and then have turns and all that intersections and shit. So, but there we go. So we got a good jump start. We basically have a steel factory. I can turn it on right now. And, well, I won't do anything because I ain't got no power up here, but we'll get power into the building. Just, you know, bringing it from there, bringing it up through the center here, probably. Sending it up through that and send it all the way up there. Everything gets distributed. So the way I have it set up here is everything's hooked into that one. But I might go ahead and add another one on this side, so that way I can also hook it up to there, and everything will be hooked up. Because all of that stuff runs right through the floor and connects right into these things. So, all right, let's go ahead and save this, and go ahead and wrap the stream up. Again, I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. You know, we're gonna get this. I'll have the steel factory up and running, and at least making pipes and beams, getting some storage in place. You know, try to work on that tomorrow. Maybe Friday we'll try working on getting that concrete over here, getting a road installed, and getting that all set up. Yeah. Or maybe maybe I won't work on that. Maybe I'll work on that iron over here and make that modular frame factory right over here, so that way we have that one, and then we can start tying some of this stuff over. Getting some of the infrastructure in place, and then roading some stuff over to start some manufacturing. Yeah, that could be helpful. Because I mean, if anything, when I make the heavy modular frame factory, if I build it like right over here, I could just have the beams brought over along with the pipes, and then we make the encased industrial beams over there, and the concrete just comes to that building. So, a lot of choices, a lot of different, a lot of different decisions to be made. So let's go ahead and save it. Was it new steel factory 2? There we go. So if you liked the stream and everything, don't forget to hit that like button on YouTube there. Every little bit of interaction helps, believe it or not. Subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitch, because I do stream over there as well. If you got that Bezos money and you haven't spent it yet this month, you hit me up with a sub over there. All the money that comes in through Twitch, because I'm not monetized on YouTube yet, goes back into the channel in some form or fashion, whether it's equipment or games or whatever. Yeah. And with that, have a good evening. We'll see you Friday.